It's finally the week where we get to see Hood Style officially take over the UFC. Bobby Green versus Islam Makhachev goes down on Saturday. 160-pound catchweight main event. When's the last time you've seen that? For me, never. So that's sure to be an interesting one, dude. But I'm just going to be real. Like, Blake, we're going to start the show being real here. If you're not with Bobby King Green this week, I don't think I want you as my friend.
That's that's a tough one. I definitely think the majority is going for Bobby, at least in this hemisphere.
At least rooting. Maybe not picking, but rooting, you know.
It'd just be a sweet story. You know, that guy's had a long career and ups and downs. It'd be sweet to see him get a, miracle. I guess I don't know if you can call it a miracle win, but it kind of is against a guy of Makhachev's caliber.
I think Islam's like minus 600, or he's almost like minus 900 on this card. I
saw it minus 900. I think yesterday, which is insane.
That's hey, money on Bobby Green.
Just put down like $30 on Bobby, bro. It's nothing.
Might as well with that one. Or, best of all, you can use your money by going over to patreon.com/4thlong. And for just $1 a month, get started there today. A bunch of perks. And there's my plug. Early plug. Love to see it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning to UFC Talk 79. Because we're here to break down everything from UFC Vegas 48. We're going to take a look ahead to UFC Vegas 49. Also, we're going to talk a little bit Bare Knuckle FC. Because two brand new guys made their debut to that promotion. They looked freaking sweet, but there's also one guy that might be over there before you know it. And if this person I'm talking about does go there, Blake, it's literally state-sanctioned crimes against humanity, and I'm kind of here for it. But of course, I'm your host, Razak, joined alongside by the Fourth and Long UFC/MMA correspondent Blake Campbell. And Blake, how are we feeling after this weekend of fights?
/agent/manager.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to make new business cards for you, and they charge by character. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
It's Patreon. How are we feeling after this weekend of fights?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I think we called it, right? I mean, anytime there's a card that doesn't have a lot of name value, I guess you could say, at least on paper, it's a great time to tune in and learn some new things about this sport, learn some new people's names and what they're all about, and see their skill level. And I think that's kind of what we all experienced this weekend. I mean, I cannot remember who it was that tweeted it out. It might have been Ally Aquinta. And he was saying, man, I really don't know anybody on this card besides maybe the people in I think he said the main event or Jim Miller or something, but every single fight has delivered. So
right.
I have to agree with that. And no disappointment on my end from this weekend's fights. It was great.
It was a great card. Obviously it was an exciting main event. And even though we didn't get to see Dos Anjos versus Fiziev, that got pushed to a co-main event in UFC 272. Honestly, I think it worked out for the better.
Yeah, the Battle of the Rafaels goes down this weekend.
Next weekend, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be this weekend.
We forgive you. But, man, that is going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. But, of course, you can catch all of our great content, stay up to date on everything. Best of all, to find me, the place where I spend too much of my time is on Twitter. So go follow us at Fourth Long Radio, Instagram at Fourth Long Radio. Or, best of all, if you want to find anything and everything, go to thefourthandlong.com. And just real quick before I hop into things, a little bit, of course, we know, or at least most of us know, that I will I'm going to become a cage fighter this year, all right? Take on Gento of Uncaged Meat, and boy, let me know I'm coming for you, because not gonna lie, Blake, first day of jits, pummeling, a little bit of sparring, or a little bit of striking work. It was a hell of a first day in camp, man. We're feeling good. Land a couple of guillotines, It's going to be a good time. It's going to bring the heat, and I know you have a little bit of confidence in that, at least.
Got to keep stacking them days, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, y'all better watch out, because if you speculate on what a motivated Conor McGregor can do, how about you speculate on what a motivated white dynamite can do? We're working on the nickname, of course. That's kind of where we're at this point. If you got better ones, please let me know, and we'll put those in contention as well. Because, if you guys want to decide my nickname, go ahead. I'll take your suggestions. But, Blake, we're just going to kind of fill it out. See what works best for the sponsors, I think.
Yep, that's all that matters, man. That money.
Dollar bills, y'all. Let's. The goal is to out-earn more than what a UFC, I guess, initial roster guy with their $15K to show and $15K to. Oh, that's such a joke. 15,000, 30,000 at most if you win a fight in the UFC. So
and you don't even get all that. Like it'd be one thing if you got $30,000. It's another thing where you get $30,000 minus all of your expenses.
You better hope it's in Nevada so you don't get taxed.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, maybe the Apex is, with all these fight nights being the Apex, it's probably coming up clutch for some fighter paychecks, though.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Especially for the ones that live in Cali.
Oh, or New York. Ooh. Yep. They're getting a hell of a tax break right there. But let's stop talking about taxes and start talking about taxes. And almost had it, whatever. But the first thing we're going to ask, of course, is that the question everyone's been wanting to know when we drop him and when we take a look back at the card, Blake, did the bangers hit?
I think 2 out of 3 were bangers, right?
Yeah.
Let's remind the people we had Jim Miller versus Nicholas Mota, banger.
Oh, Jim frickin' Miller.
Joaquin Buckley versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan. I thought that was a pretty damn good fight. I would consider that a banger.
I really enjoyed the 15 minutes of that fight. It was close.
It was really close, back and forth. Yeah.
It was a good fight.
And then we had, of course, Jessica Rose Clark versus Stephanie Egger. That's the one fight where I'm like, it wasn't probably a banger, but it was still an impressive result for Egger.
Yeah. And how are you feeling? Because I know you're quite the resident Rose Clark fan.
Oh, man, you know what's crazy? Is the first time I seen her, the first time I remember watching one of her fights, she was beating up on Paige Van Zandt. But yeah.
Teenager's dream.
I mean, I'm feeling all right, dude. I think she's going to be fine. She has a great social media following. She'll be back in there.
She got caught.
She was, she was talking a little bit on her Instagram, I think, over the weekend, how she might be dealing with a little bit of like performance anxiety. So at least she's kind of having those thoughts trickle into her mind to where she can try and find something that's been affecting her to where she can go in and maybe attack that and get it better for the next time. So we'll see what happens with her in her next bout. I'm definitely going to be tuning in.
Absolutely. And that was a great one. I mean, some honorable mentions to Chaz Skelly for not ruling out retirement after a fantastic knockout. If also you want to talk about fantastic knockouts, let's talk about a comeback performance for David Onama, and he just kind of turns off Gabriel Benitez's brain, is kind of what it looked like. Oh,
yeah.
It wasn't anything like the main event, though. But sweet damn, we'll get to that one in a minute. But Jim Miller, let's talk about the immortal A10 Jim Miller. He will never stop fighting, and honestly, I think he should probably fight Cowboy or Joe Loazin after their fight UFC 274. Maybe fight the winner of that to see who gets the most wins or fights in the UFC.
Well, and he called for that fight, didn't he?
Yeah. At least he put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a fan of that.
Just because those 3 old men can still throw down.
I need to check, but I feel like Jim Miller and Cerrone already fought.
Probably. I mean, if you're in the UFC for 30 fights, there's a really good chance you fought.
Yeah, let me check this real right.
I mean, it's not recently. What are we saying?
Dude, he's fought a bunch of people. Yeah, so he lost to Donald Cerrone back in 2014.
Let's run it back.
By head kick and punches.
That sounds like a Donald Cerrone finish.
Dude, but he's already fought Joe Loazin, too, and beat him on a split decision. God, he's fought everybody, dude.
You can run both those fights back easily.
Bro, he has fought... Well, he beat Joe Loazin twice already, actually. He beat him in 2012 as well. Fight of the night.
2012.
Bro, this guy has fought Charles Oliveira twice, Nate Diaz, Benson Henderson, Yancy Medeiros, Donald Cerrone, Beneil Dariush, Danny Castillo, Michael Chiesa, Diego Sanchez, Takanori Gomi, Thiago Alves, Joe Lozon twice, Anthony Pettis, Francisco Trinaldo, Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier, Jesus Christ, Scott Holtzman, Clay Guida, Roosevelt Roberts, Vince from Hell Pichel, Joe Selecki. Dude, all these guys are just freaking... Gray Maynard he lost to, Matt Wyman. Bro, he has fought everybody. Frankie Edgar, that was his first loss in his career.
Jim Miller doesn't get enough attention, does he?
Dude, he has fought literally everybody. Gleason Tiddow, however you say that name. Dwayne Ludwig. Submitted Dwayne.
What I'm hearing, Blake, is that Jim Miller is actually the better lightweight fighter than Khabib ever was.
Well, now, all these fights that I listed, he definitely didn't win all those. So take that with a grain of salt.
Exactly.
But, I mean, still, the guy is fighting everybody.
Hey, if you want to talk about strength of the schedule, though, Jim Miller has it way over anyone like Khabib does.
And he's only been knocked out twice.
That's not bad.
And submitted 3 times. So most of the times, he's losing by decision.
Hey, you can't finish the man. That is... And also, I saw this idea brought up. I forget who was talking about it, but like fighters that have like over 20 fights with the UFC, they should have like special shorts. And honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to that. You remember almost like so the champion should have the black and gold, right? But remember the shorts that Brandon Moreno wore against Figueiredo 2 or 3,
like
the white and gold. Maybe give that to the 20-plus fight veterans.
Or something, just something
honor
to
them somehow.
Kind of celebrate them. I like that a little bit, though. Yeah, it'd be cool to have some more details in the fight kits.
Distinguish them a little bit, you know. I think they deserve it.
100%, dude. When you go into a cage and lock yourself in there 20 times, you deserve some type of recognition from the company that you've been putting your life on the line for.
Or maybe health insurance. Or is that asking too much?
You're getting way too far now, bro.
maybe. Well, what you have to do, you have to threaten. So it's bargaining. It's negotiating. Ask for the health insurance for the 20-plus fighters, and you get the shorts.
Yeah, we'll just see how it works.
That's the business, and at the least, those guys deserve way more recognition because, sweet damn, they've really done it all, and they put the promotion on their backs, because it's guys like those that were there like during the Facebook early prelim days, and when the UFC was underground around the turn of the decade. So
they definitely deserve something, man.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. But next one I want to talk about, we talked about Edgar. What about Buckley versus Al Hassan? Because this was just a really good back and forth fight. This definitely one of the fights that pushed Buckley the most so far in his career.
Yeah, I mean, I think Buckley came out with a really solid game plan. The first 2 rounds executed almost perfectly. Only maybe got caught like once or twice in those first 2 rounds.
Would you create his game plan to his corner?
What's that guy's name? Dwayne Brown?
Yeah.
God, dude, yeah. Hey, dude. As long as there's not a gun involved, I might listen to a little bit of what he has to say.
He looked so awkward in that, and when he was in the cage during the interview post-fight.
Yeah,
just sitting there looking serious with the whole fingertip thing pose he does.
He's still finding his way. We'll see if he makes another return. Hey, but he's undefeated as a coach right now, so
more than what Khabib can say. I think Khabib has 1 loss as a coach.
Was that in the Bellator, though?
He's in Bellator.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. He has one loss.
Yeah.
Oh, Dwayne Brown, coach. Blake, it's going to come down to Dwayne Brown or Henry Cejudo for Coach of the Year.
Cringiest Coach of the Year.
Oh, I hate 2022.
It's going to be a tough call. It's going to be a tough call, man.
Oh, no. What is MMA?
What do you think about that fight, though, with Al Hassan and Buckley? Do you think that they got it right in the scoring, 2-1?
I think they got it right. It was like one of those where Buckley won, but also it was a close one, though. It was
a close fight.
But
I'll tell you what, dude.
Whitaker, it was a close fight.
When you're standing up there, bro, and you're just covering up, and someone is landing 7 punch combinations on you, and you're not returning, you're just taking it. How are you getting any points? Like,
you're going to lose the fight.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
He got down really fat the first 2 rounds. Just looking at the numbers, the striking and what he was able to do, like, yeah, he did rock him a couple times in the first 2 rounds, but that's not enough. He's getting Joaquin Buckley is mixing it up. He's taking him down.
Buckley's looked a lot more technical as of late.
Yeah. So I thought that they got the decision right. Didn't really understand why everyone was kind of bitching and moaning online about it.
No, I saw no issue with that one. What do you think about Buckley, though? Is it time for him to maybe get a chance at the top 15?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I think he could go up there.
It might be a bad fight for him to take, but him, another top prospect that's on the edge of the top 15, Brendan Allen.
I mean, I would be down.
That might be too much for Buckley, though, if I'm going to be honest, man. I don't know if I like that one stylistic, or if I like that matchup for Buckley.
Yeah, because Brendan's a big guy. So.
Well, yeah, we just saw him fight a light heavyweight against Sam Alvey and submit his ass.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good fight, though. 2 guys that are right there in the, top.
Rankings-wise, it makes sense.
Right there at the fringe top 15, Or even, what if he took on I don't know if he already fought that guy, though. Did he fight Dawkins yet?
He has not.
I don't think he fought Dawkins
versus Dawkins?
Be another good one, but then that's probably not going to get you to the top 15. You still probably be another fight away after that.
Do you think he deserves a chance at the top 15? Is he there?
I mean, he's got a decent amount of hype.
Mm-hmm.
He's had some decent finishes. He's had some decent performances. He's on I think two fight win streak right now. I could see it. It just kind of depends on who's open and who's going to take that chance on him.
And he did say that he only wants to fight people with the same amount or more followers than he does. So, I don't know. That's an interesting one right there. But let's talk about the main event though here, Blake, because it took it didn't really take that long to get to it, all things considered, and it didn't take all that long to end it because it didn't even last 3 minutes because we saw Jamahal Hill just, if you want, I mean, you brought up Ali Quinta earlier in the show. And what does he do? He sells houses. And Blake, what's the most important thing when it comes to selling houses?
Location.
Location. And what was the most important about Jamahal Hill's finish? It was not the power. It was pure location. That one just hits the top of Johnny Walker's temple and knocks him out in the easily one of the weirdest ways I've ever seen. What did you think about this fight?
Dude, some of the stuff that was getting posted online. Oh, dude. You guys are all going to hell.
Poor Johnny.
Did you see this shit where they were doing like the cartoon noises?
Oh no.
Jamahal hits him on top. There's like boing, and then it just does all these crazy rustling noises as he's falling to the ground.
Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah, but I mean that fight was pretty entertaining for the little bit of time it lasted. I mean,
Johnny Walker is an entertaining fighter again.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in a good fight. It's not going to be boring, at least. He's either he's going to do something crazy, or, I mean, I guess besides the Thiago Santos fight.
But
we won't talk about that.
One-off. It's a one-off.
We won't talk about that.
No. It never happened. Like Lewis versus Ngannou.
But even, like, when Jamahal Hill, like, was blocking the head kicks of Johnny Walker, you see his post-fight interview, when they showed his arm, he had, like, a freaking foot-long, like, bruise / I don't know, what would you even call it? Like a hematoma? What is that called?
Yeah, what I was going to call it is they took Joanna Jędrzejczyk's forehead and just glued it to his forearm.
Dude, that looked insane. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll be all right. I'm like, no, dude, you go get checked out, dog.
Hey, dude, I'd be crying right now, all right?
Shit.
You
see this?
Need ice for 3 days straight.
Alien attached to your arm? Like, where'd that come from?
His arm's pregnant, bro. It was gnarly.
Yeah.
That was wild. And what to you, in your opinion, what was a weirder knockout to see? Burgos versus Barboza or Hill versus Walker?
I think Burgos still, because with Walker it made a lot of sense. With Burgos it was just like something just shut down, and he just like you could tell his mind was there, but his body was not. And with Walker it was like nothing. Nothing was there. It was a hard reset, you know. They held the power button off.
What's the Windows noise? Dun, dun, dun. Right. I'd be willing to bet a lot of money that someone had to like post.
Oh, dude, there's so many. There's so many.
Oh,
that's why Jamahal Hill had to make a post about it. He was like, "You guys doing the boy dirty."
Right.
I mean, that's kind of the game, unfortunately.
It's a fight game, bro. And especially MMA Twitter is ruthless.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys do not care about fighters' livelihoods or lives. I think that's safe to say. And now Hill moves into the top 10. He's there at number 10, but he's one spot ahead of number 11 ranked Paul Craig, who removed his arm from his elbow when they fought. So is this move up like in front of Craig justified? And Craig does fight in a couple weeks here at UFC London as well.
It's tough because I think they're right there. I think they're right there with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is kind of weird that he kind of leapfrogged Paul Craig. Was Johnny Walker ranked ahead of Paul Craig?
Johnny Walker was top 10 before this.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of there's the reasoning right there. But yeah, it is a little weird.
I think they flipped. I think they actually Hill moved up 2 and Walker moved down 2 is what I think it was.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little strange, but I wouldn't be surprised if that fight got ran back one of these days. We'll see. We'll kind of see where their trajectory goes. Kind of depends if they keep winning, I feel like.
Of course. Yeah, and what do you think about Hill, though, is do we got a future title challenger on our hands?
Still think it's a little too early to tell.
From Johnny Walker?
I mean, you got a guy that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing. But you got to remember, like, there's so many aspects to this fighting game. Like, we saw him get exposed against Paul Craig. We got to see if that has been taken care of. If he's addressed that issue.
It is very easy to get exposed by Paul Craig in that part of the MMA game. But he did. You're right.
Sure. Yep. But we got to see. We got to see, has he learned from those mistakes, and will it happen again? And I just want to see him continuously, like, fight higher ranked guys. Like, now it's like you're on that path to where each guy that you're fighting should pretty much be either ranked right around you or a little bit above you now. There's no more unknowns, right? There's no more guys with no rankings or stuff like that. Like you are on the ladder now. You got to keep climbing up. So I think we're gonna have some really interesting fights with him coming up this year.
Hey, let's get into that then. What do you think his next fight is? Because he's called out, and like at least over Twitter, it looks like they agreed. Him and Volkan Ozdemir. Ozdemir ranked number 8 in the world right now, and that could be a pretty solid matchup for Hill's introduction to the top 10. Or the other name I saw going around is maybe even Dominic Reyes. But to be fair, I'd much rather see Ozdemir lose than Dominic Reyes lose again. I'd rather him give Dominic Reyes a more winnable fight just so we can get back on track. Because Dom, man, and you remember he's gone from arguably beating the greatest fighter of all time to losing 3 straight in bad fashion.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a fan of the Ozdemir fight right now at this point. I do think Dom Reyes is going to get a big fight here pretty soon, though. If he doesn't already have one scheduled, I don't know. I haven't really heard too much about him. And then say Jamahal Hill gets that Ozdemir fight, beats Ozdemir, I think it'd be an easy path for him. I mean, depending on when that fight gets scheduled, he could fight the winner of the Thiago Santos and probably not the winner. I guess it'd probably have to be the loser, or maybe Dom Reyes would make sense at that point. At that point.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces. Or also Paul Craig, he does fight in 3 weeks. You could run that fight back if Craig wins.
But I mean, I think that would be a tough one because I think they're kind of. I mean, I don't know if they're homies now, but they definitely
made up
and kind of kicked it for a sec.
Hey man, I'm sorry that I mangled your arm beyond recognition. You want?
Do you remember how heated that was? I remember I was pumped up for that fight because they had that little run in.
Yeah, they were. That's right.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And then Jamahal Hill ended up getting his elbow
dislocated,
busted up. Yeah, so Paul Craig's a G for that. I mean, but Jamahal Hill, dude, I definitely think he is a dangerous guy, and he is going to be an issue that has to be dealt with in this light heavyweight division. But we will see as he continues to rise up these ranks, you know, if he is indeed the cream of the crop, is he going to rise to the top?
Ooh, did you mean to rhyme?
I always mean to rhyme.
Everything's meant. And for my kind of final words on Jamahal Hill, just like his chest tattoo, 2 thumbs up. I would not give 2 thumbs up to that tattoo, though. It's not great.
Come on, bro.
Dude, he looks like a fighter with that 15,000 show money. All right, with the way the kind of tattoo is able to afford. But also, in saying that, I know we're at the same weight class, but please don't fight me because I would die.
Yeah, you need a couple more years.
Wait, wasn't someone on Twitter called it Jamahal Hill too, and like agreed to fight him? We're going to get Kevin Holland's. Dude, Jamahal Hill is going to kill someone. He's going to kill this
stupid.
man.
I don't know. People try to act tough. I know damn well there's no one on Twitter that can take Jamahal Hill.
No.
Shut up.
No. I'll occasionally talk shit about fighters, admittedly, you know, it happens. But at the same time, I fully recognize that anyone on the UFC roster would whoop my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so, you know? Like, that's
right?
your job.
But I'm not going to challenge any of these guys. It's like remember that one really great tweet about Paul Felder? The guy was talking trash and was like, Felder was like, would you say this to my face? He's like, no, you kicked my ass.
He's like, that's fair.
That's where I'm at. No,
it's like, you're what's wrong with society, buddy. So it's a funny joke, but you're what's wrong.
Hey, at least he can admit he gets ass whipped. He's not these guys cracking jokes and being all cocky and stuff like that. There's differences. Also, I don't like to go in on fighters.
No, that's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Jokes, the only thing I'll send to a fighter is, you know, words of encouragement or you know, like if I'm talking about a fighter, I won't even tag them. I'll just say their full name.
Like
People
if I'm like critiquing
Google, you know?
a fighter, I don't really need to tag them, because they don't care. Essentially, who am I to critique them? It's just my own opinion. I don't really care about the whole, you know, trash talking fighters because they got a lot more balls and are a lot damn better than anyone that's talking trash to them. And so, like, I'm not going to be able to fight them. I can't hold a flame to them. So I don't care, man. Like, I'll crack a couple jokes because it's funny, but in reality, they kill me.
Even Julian let me bang bro lane.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he whipped my ass. I don't think even if I landed 1,000 punches on him, I don't think he'll go
ain't
down.
Going down.
No, we'll talk about him here in a second. But of course, that's going to do for our UFC Vegas 48 recap there. Let us know all your thoughts and how good is Jamahal Hill, and are we going to see him in the title picture sooner rather than later? Let us know, whether it be over on Twitter or Instagram. Drop in the comments on YouTube or Rumble, or of course leave a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts. You can find all this great stuff at thefourthandlong.com. But Blake, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to fill in the blank with Blake as you go through what the Blake led by Blake. This is the segment where we give Blake some blanks, and it's up to him to fill in the blank. And I still just get a kick out of that every time, and it's never going to get old. Quite honestly, for those that don't know how it works, I got 3 statements for our boy Blake Campbell, and it's up to him to fill in the blank with anything he wants. It could be a word, it could be an essay, it could be a grunt. It's all up to him. And we got a couple of bare knuckle themed ones for you guys today. The first one, Blake, of course, his contract's up, and the bare knuckle president on the MMA Hour was talking about trying to get him under contract. So Francis Ngannou and bare knuckle FC would be blank.
That would be sick. I'd be pretty down for that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, you'd kill somebody.
I don't even think that's an exaggeration.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it.
I say it's literally state-sanctioned human endangerment. Like, how could you sanction a fight with anyone bare knuckle against a against Francis Ngannou. Dudes in the best of the best in the UFC have gotten massacred by this guy. So what's a bare knuckle fighter gonna do?
They don't care. You saw who they put Chad Mendes up against.
I know they don't care, but like at some point you gotta have a little bit of morals there.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe Tyson Fury will come fight him in BKFC.
Damn.
That probably would never happen, though.
No. I don't think they'd be able to afford that, but at the same time, realistically, though, what are the chances? I mean, Triller on Wednesday actually just bought Bare Knuckle, which, first of all, where the hell is Triller getting this money from? I don't know. So 2 questions, Blake. Where does Triller get their money from? And what are the odds that Ngannou actually makes his way to Bare Knuckle?
Isn't Triller like a social media platform?
Is no. I thought it was like a Jake Paul thing. Honestly, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do some live.
It's a video sharing social networking service that allows users to create and share short form videos, including videos set to or automatically synchronized to music using artificial intelligence technology.
I've literally never heard of Triller as a social media company. Huh?
Yeah,
You're
so
breaking news to me.
That's got to be where they get their money from, is probably ad revenue,
Knock off TikTok,
stuff like that. So
I don't know how they run their profit, considering like with the events they've pulled, their hookers and coke budget has to be through the roof.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they just got a guy at the top that just is throwing money out, like the Fertitta brothers used to do for the UFC. Because I mean, that's kind of what it takes sometimes. You got to have a guy that believes in the vision and is willing to front a little bit of the money in order to see it come back to him tenfold at the end of the day.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's a horrible investment, but it's not my money. But what do you think about Ngannou, though? Chances that he makes it to Bare Knuckle?
I think it's way too early to put a percentage on it, because there's just so much that needs to be worked out with his UFC career. Like, he's for sure getting surgery, right? Like, has that already been scheduled?
Yeah, no, that's confirmed. He's going to be out for like a year.
Yeah, so I mean, he's going to be out this whole year. We'll see what happens with his contract if he gets a fight coming back. But I mean, I can see it happening.
Honestly, I don't know, but I wonder what the contract would be, because they're champions. Their contract gets extended for 1 year or 3 fights, whoever comes first. But does it get paused for medical leave?
That's a question you have to ask Hunter,
right? Okay. Let me call him up real quick. I'll ring him on my phone. Hey, Hunter. Yeah, I got a couple questions. I'll go fuck myself. Okay, thank you very much. On to the next statement, Blake. Statement number 2: Mike Perry and Chad Mendes blank.
Had fantastic debuts for Bare Knuckle FC.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's accurate. This weekend.
I
was a fan.
Who do you think had the
good stuff?
Who had the more fun fight?
Shoot. I mean, they were both pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Chad
One
Mendes
wasn't competitive, but they were both fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chad Mendes was probably the more spectacular. Because I mean, he just beat the freaking brakes off that guy.
Hey, shout out to Coach Joey.
Yeah, for sure. And then for Mike Perry and Julian Lane, like, I think that one was the barn burner of the night. Like, that was for sure the fight of the night.
That's a good fight, man. Like,
pretty back and forth, but I do think Perry edged him out. First few rounds were definitely Perry's. That knockdown / flash KO, I don't even know, dude. Like, I thought Lane was done after that. But because, dude, if that was an MMA fight, like, dude,
over.
Mike Perry's killing you right there.
Right.
But
also,
you got to do the 10 count or whatever, so you got to keep going. And dude, Julian Lane with the 10 count's so unfair. Like, what?
Yeah, no, you're going to have to knock him down like 8 times is what we saw. But wait,
you're going to have to knock him, like, spark out.
Right. I saw a couple times it looked like Chad Mendes, like, almost has MMA come back and tried to finish the dude, and Wayne dropped him.
Yeah, right.
And probably, like, it has to take, like, legitimate effort to not, like, just jump on him.
Because, you're wired that way for so long. I mean, think about how long he had been in the MMA world, and you're just programmed, like, once you hurt a guy, like, get on his ass.
Right.
So, I mean, it's impressive for him to be able to show that restraint and also the, just coming over so clean in his first fight. I know he wasn't fighting a guy that's super heavily touted in I'm trying to say this in a nice way, but he wasn't fighting a guy that's fought for UFC championships. Let's just say it like that.
Yep.
So I think it was a great showing for both these guys. Get some confidence going for them. See what their next fights are. I don't even know if Chad Mendes will be back in BKFC because I heard he still has 3 fights on his UFC deal.
Mm-hmm. And this was like the UFC letting him do this.
Yeah.
Which is...
And he said he made more money than any fight in the UFC, including the title fights.
Mm-hmm. So... And
the McGregor fight.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Oh, man.
And he got paid way more money. Well, what Chael Sonnen say, the easiest fight for the most money.
Fought an easier dude for way more money, dude.
He fought a way easier dude for way more money.
God.
And dude, and Chad Mendes, bro, like legit, you could probably just put him in a title fight right now.
Pretty much. I mean, who's going to be more talented than him at BKFC? I don't think anyone, not in his weight class.
To be fair, I can't name a single name in bare knuckle besides him and Mike Perry.
Alvarez, Mike Perry.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Paige Van Zandt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't Ostovich
Diego Sanchez? But notice how these are all ex-UFC fighters that we're naming.
Isn't Rich Ostovich still? Is she still in bare knuckle?
She was in there. I'm sure she still is. I think the last fight was Paige Van Zandt. But I haven't heard anything about her. I'm sure, dude. I'm sure she makes stupid money outside of the fighting business, though.
Yeah, in other routes, if you will. But the last statement of the show, Blake, is that this fight's being rumored. They both want it, and so I think they should make it. But Dominic Cruz versus Jose Aldo is blank.
Is 100% the fight to make. I mean, what's the holdup? That's just. Dude, that's a co-main right there. That's a main event of a fight night. Like what co-main on a pay-per-view, depending, I guess, on if there's another title fight. Yeah. But also, it could easily be a main event of a fight night. I mean, that is just 2 OGs, 2 legends of the game, 2 guys that have been at the top of their division for multiple freaking years. Like that's a dream fight for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people back in the day always said like, "Oh, that'd be sick if Dom Cruz and Aldo fought." But it would never happen, right? Because one's in 35 and one's in 45. Well, now guess what? They're in the same weight class. What are we waiting for? Let's fucking go.
WEC champ versus UFC champ.
Let's fucking go.
It's so easy. But it's like, my only worry is like, also, it's the easiest fight. It's an easy fight to make. The fans would love it, and they both agree to it. But that's also the same thing for Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier. So I don't know what the UFC's doing right now. I'll be honest, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they announce some good stuff soon, though.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed, man, because there's a lot of really great, like, good confirmed fights, but, like, some of those rumored fights that we're seeing right now, oh my gosh, we could, like, literally get in some dream matchups.
Yeah. Like, please make that one happen, Dana.
Like, Ferguson versus Michael Chandler at UFC 273. Or 4, whatever the one. I think 4. But
yeah,
dude,
I think it's 20.
It'd be 4. Yeah, it'd be 4. That's a really good fight. Let's go UFC. Make it happen, please, because you'll make all of us very, very happy. But that's going to do it for What the Blank with Blake. Of course, if you had a different way of filling in the blank, which you probably did, go ahead and drop that one over on his up on socials or drop it in the comments, or best of all, leave a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts. But we're going to get to just about the end of here with our preview for UFC Vegas 49, and this is looking like it's a good card. I think it's safe to say. We are getting a bunch of cards. I mean, don't want to get into too much because no need to spoil the Blake's bangers, but you see a lot of really like solid fights that are here. There's not like, maybe it's not like necessarily a card carrying great name value, but there is some names here. There's some really good matchups. There's some high-level fights that we're going to see. And we're going to get plenty of bangers, is my guess with this one, Blake. Of course, headlined by Islam Makhachev and Bobby Green. But you know what time it is. The most important time of any week. It's time for Blake's bangers. So lay it on us, Blake. What fights can we not afford to miss this Saturday?
Alrighty, we're starting out with the prelims. We're going to go with Terrence McKinney versus Faris Ziam. Anytime Terrence McKinney wins, basically, it's like in the first minute, 2 minutes of the first round. So
don't blink.
Don't blink. Don't get water. Don't be,
don't be in the bathroom.
Really messy food dish. Like, focus.
It's not going to take that long anyway. I know our attention spans suck, but you guys got this.
Next fight, we're going to go with Ignacio Bajamundes, who, if you guys remember, had that sweet freaking spinning heel kick knockout in the third round against Roosevelt Roberts in, I think, August of last year. He's really going up against Zhu Rong.
He showed up in pink hair, so is that a sign?
Dude had a pretty impressive KO in his last fight against Brandon Jenkins, so let's see if he can back that up with another impressive performance. I'm excited to see him fight.
Two dudes with two huge knockouts, man. I think someone's going to get put to sleep.
Oh, yeah. And then our final banger of the evening is going to be Armond Cerukian versus Joel Alvarez. Joel Alvarez is 6'2". I'm pretty sure I already talked about this dude on, like, I think he was on a card not too long ago.
Just needs to make weight.
It was November 13th against Thiago Moises. This guy is huge.
Yes.
6'2", dude, for the lightweight division. Like, that guy's a problem. Going against Cerukian, who is 5'6".
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be interesting to see how Cerukian can kind of combat that reach disadvantage.
It's like Dan Hooker in the featherweights.
Yeah, precisely. Or like Andre Thiele, a little bit. Sean O'Malley in the bantamweights.
Yeah.
Or maybe even, who's the other? God, I cannot believe him. Corey Sandhagen. Jesus.
Sandhagen,
God, killing me.
He's pretty good.
He's all right. Just fought for the interim belt.
I don't know, dude. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. I don't think he's that good anymore.
Yeah, he might get cut, huh? Corey, I'm sorry. If you're listening to this, we are not being serious.
Hey, he'll probably get cut before Sam Alvey does. Hey-oh, there we go.
Oof. I mean, at this point, dude,
I'm sorry,
Sam Alvey's untouchable. He must be like...
I love Sam Alvey, though. Like, I legit have nothing against him.
But what's the deal? Like, does he have something on Dana? Like, what's going on?
He has Dana White's
blackmail going on?
He's the cocaine dealer for Dana White.
Sheesh. Hey, come on, bro. Dana White's clean as a whistle.
Clean. Yeah, No, I probably believe it. I really feel like the worst thing he eats is probably the fucking Friday meals.
Some of those be looking amazing, though.
But
some
the
of them look really
what was
bad,
that Kool-Aid stuff he did
The
recently?
Kool-Aid pickles? That was disgusting.
No, that's gross. That's gross. Also, just pickles in general are gross. Don't add
what, dude? Okay, come
the
on,
only
bro.
thing.
Grow up.
I'm just not a huge fan of pickles.
Grow up.
What do you mean grow up?
Grow up, bro. You don't like pickles? What the hell's wrong with you? You know what? Django might have to take a back seat. I might be beating your ass.
And try me. The pickles, Blake. They're good for one thing. All right, they're good for one thing and one thing only. To give me brownie points when I still order them, but only give them to my girlfriend who loves them. So they don't go to waste. I just give my Chick-fil-A.
So you're telling me that you have no taste and you're a simp? Get out of here.
Oh, come on.
Get out of here,
Give me the double whammy there.
No taste and you're a simp.
Dude, how mess with the vinegar like that, bro?
I don't like vinegar either, but pickles, if you make them the right way, dude, like, I'm telling you. Next time you come in Elk Grove, bro, you stop by my house. I'll give you one of my uncle's pickles that he does himself.
Fine.
And
I will give you...
Literally keeps cloves of garlic in the fucking, like, jar with the...
Okay. I will give you the
juice and all that.
If your uncle's pickle cannot make me happy...
You want to try my uncle's pickle, bro? Come on.
I want to try... Oh, bro. Do you even have an uncle that makes pickles, or are you just trying to set me up for a joke?
Uncle Daryl, dog.
Okay. Daryl.
That's like my Christmas presents, bro, every year. Like, he'll give me that for my birthday, for Christmas.
Your uncle gives you pickles for your birthday?
I mean, with other things, too. You give me some money and stuff.
Oh, he gives you more than just pickles.
Hell yeah, bro. If you don't have respect for pickles, you wouldn't understand.
No,
and if any of the viewers are watching
I just have
this,
a horribly
feel free to
mind.
shit on Ross. Feel free to shit on this guy for trying to clown on
you're
pickles.
the one that loves your uncle's pickle, okay?
I don't love his pickle. I love the pickles that he creates with his bare hands.
Oh, I am stupid.
Big difference.
Oh man, this is something else. This is great. But those are the bangers. And also, if you like salt and vinegar chips, then there's also something wrong with you. Those are just gross.
I mean, that's not something that I'll like go to the store and buy. But like, say I'm at someone's house and I'm fucking hungry, and there's a bag of salt and vinegar chips. Like, I'm not gonna complain.
Hey,
eat them.
What really goes hard is I've cut out potato chips from a diet because it's good. It's good to do that. Also, lose some weight for the weight cut. But I've been making my own chips. All right, just take a white potato, thinly slice that sucker, and the only oil I use is avocado oil. All right, shout out to avocado oil. Also, a great thing about that too is not just healthier, but it doesn't like smoke or burn like other oils do. So like you can put them in the air fryer and stuff like that. But you do thinly slice them, shake some avocado oil, salt, pepper. It's golden. They taste great.
Hell yeah!
Right? Hey, health tips with Ross, because like we've said before, Blake, we're a health show.
Yeah, I'm super healthy. I Carl's Jr. for lunch today.
Ooh. With
little
pickles?
Double Western bacon cheeseburger, bro.
Hey.
No pickles, dog.
Hey,
no pickles on that one.
Fat Ross did love a good Carl's Jr. double bacon Western cheeseburger.
Dude. That's why I'm happy I'm getting that new job, bro, because I'm going to stop eating out.
Because you'll be at home, right?
I'll be at home.
Shout out to Blake with the new job. Yeah. Being able to steal some money from the government for doing all the...
I'm gonna work hard for the government, bro. I'm going to earn my keep.
Blake, knowing the government earns their keep.
I will. And once...
Yes, this is now a political show too.
$140,000, then I'll agree with you. But until then, I'm busting my ass every day.
Okay.
Especially if my supervisor's listening, I'm busting my ass.
Which you better be. Follow us,
always.
Absolutely. But let's get to the nitty gritty. Talk about predictions because we get a 160-pound catch weight 5-round main event. 2 weeks off of his win over Hapquast. We got Hackprast, excuse me. I don't know what the hell name
Nazrat Hackprast. That's how I want to say his name, dude.
With Islam Makachev.
Oh, shit. Islam Makachev.
Islam Makachev. Islam McHankerchief. And
dude, we're going to have so many Dagestanis mad at us now.
Oh, we're going to die, aren't we?
Hey, we'll just challenge them to a game of basketball, beat their ass.
and they're the ones that break the rules all the time. We saw Khabib just do nothing but traveling when he was playing basketball. I don't know how they play over there, bro. I don't know how they play over there. As long as we're not wrestling or fighting, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Right.
No, you come to America and 1v1 us, you're going to play by our rules.
Hey, apple pie eating contest, boy. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm down.
I love it.
Can I substitute my apple pie for cheesecake, though?
Oh, cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake.
Any type of cheesecake, dude, is just ridiculous.
Good point. Speaking of which, have you had cheesecake strawberries before? They are
cheesecake strawberries?
Yes, they are fantastic. Like you get those big ass, strawberries, right? You carve out the inside, put like cream cheese filling, and then you dip the top in crushed graham cracker.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
It's real. I've had them once, and I've wanted them ever since, man. That's a good part.
Well, did you make them yourself, though, or did you go somewhere and get them?
No, they were homemade.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't make them. It was someone else that brought the appetizer or dessert.
Sheesh.
It's good eating,
what they were doing.
Oh, yeah. We're not built to eat that right now. Weight loss is great. But, jiu-jitsu is awesome because you do it for an hour and then I've never been so sweaty. It's been a while since I've been that sweaty. Maybe since football in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
they have you in the gi or no gi?
No, this is all no gi. But it's great because you turn the temperature of that room up. Like, it was like 85 degrees in there, so, the droids stay nimble and stuff like that. But Also, you roll for 20 minutes, and it's really hard to keep position because you're slipping over everyone.
Right.
Hey, gotta practice, though. Gotta practice, because, in that cage, I'm gonna be sweating my balls are gonna be a little bit hot, if you know what I mean there.
To say the least.
To say, absolutely. But Islam, Makhachev, and Bobby Green, as we know earlier, Islam is a heavy, heavy, heavy betting favorite. But also Bobby Green is the king of hood style. So that's why we should probably be expecting Bobby Green to be a knockout, right?
I hope so.
It sucks, bro. Like, if I had to be serious, I would hope so, but I think Islam finishes him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting.
Unfortunately,
we'll see how Bobby Green combats the forward pressure, the offensive wrestling. It's going to be interesting. I want to see Bobby Green be able to stuff some takedowns and keep it standing on the feet and see if he can just spark them. But
dude,
I think that's a tall order.
Mm-hmm. It's a tough one. Dan Hooker couldn't do that one. But also, what do you think? Does the winner still get a title shot?
No.
For neither guy.
No. Why?
Because Bobby Green, bro. If Bobby Green beats Islam, that's just give him a title shot. I don't care. Unranked to number one contender.
That's just fairy tale shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, I know. I never said it was like.
Yeah,
logical.
you couldn't make that make sense to me. Even if Islam wins, I don't want to see him fight for the title. Like, fuck, dude.
His win streak is it's obviously it's a solid win streak, but like name wise,
like you can't just fight Bobby Green and say okay, give him like, dude, no, you got to fight a legit guy still.
I know it might not be fair. He showed up at the date. Presumably he's going to make weight and he's going to win this fight. Assuming, just make assumptions here. So he did everything he needed to do, but at the same time, like, I know it might not be fair, but also MMA isn't fair, and beating Bobby Green...
Life isn't fair.
Honestly, I'd much rather see... I'd rather see Conor McGregor get a title shot.
Dude, I would rather see almost anybody in that division besides Islam get a shot.
The winner of Chandler in Ferguson get a title shot over Islam.
Yeah, like, I just don't care. I'm sorry. I know I sound very biased, but, like, Islam needs to... I mean, if he goes out there and knocks out Bobby Green, we could have an Usman effect going. Mm-hmm. I'll shut up a little bit.
Yeah.
But until then, dude, like, I'm really just not looking forward to any of his fights. It's just going to be the same formula that we've already seen with Khabib.
It's not necessarily a bad thing because I can dislike someone's fight style, but still respect the hell of how good and dominant they are. Those are two separate things. Islam Makhachev, he's a great fighter. He is extremely skilled on the ground, and he dominates people. But at the same time, I know it's MMA and it takes all aspects, but his fight style is not exciting.
Nope.
You could separate those two statements.
100%, dude. I mean, it's the product that you're... I mean, Bobby Green had a long spiel about it today in his interview.
He was great, bro. He was great
his
on
story
the MMA
phenomenal.
Hour.
The whole, his brother, how he was a gangbanger and the UFC paid for his funeral. Like, that whole... Yeah. I hadn't seen it. I think it was leading up to his Ally Aquinta fight where they did the UFC Origins on Bobby Green. Dude, that was powerful, bro. I might have shed a tear or something. I don't know.
Also, Bobby Green might have the best beard in the UFC just because, like, his barber that, puts those little designs into
tiger stripes and stuff in there. Yeah, it looks sick.
It looks good, man.
Yeah.
Like, it looks better than those Dagestani kind of bull chins. You got some long ass pubes on your chin, bro. Great. I guess I can't talk smack about that because look, you got a good looking beard, and I cannot grow a beard to save my life. Blame my dad because he has horrible genetics when it comes to facial hair, but that's where we stand.
I feel like you look weird with a beard almost.
Really? Yeah.
I'm so used to.
Am I just meant to be, clean shaven?
I think that might be what it is.
I don't know about your jawline, but like I like my jawline, right? Especially when I like lose a little bit more weight. It's pretty sharp. It's good looking. So I think I should like flex this jawline. Maybe get a little profile shot.
Keeps you looking young too. So No bad thing
Okay,
with that.
old ass man, all 26?
27, bud.
20. Ooh, 26. Oh man, if you're a rock star, you probably would have killed yourself by now. So congrats.
Oh yeah.
Or can we not make those jokes?
No, we're good.
Okay.
As long as you don't bring up the T word.
I might think of it.
Or the other word. Let's not even go that route.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Let's not even go there.
The Xbox Live chat word.
Yeah.
Words. Oh, yeah. There's no need to go into that territory. Or is that the T word? The territory?
Nope, it's transsexual.
Ah, that one. That's the word. Yeah. Yes, the Ford, shit. Your vehicle's transmission. You cannot can't say that one anymore.
Yeah, let's just skip, bro. I don't want to get us canceled.
Okay, let's just skip and we'll go from one touchy subject into the last because it's time for the nay of the week. And Colby Covington. He's at it again, Blake. John Jones tweeted today. And to be fair, this was kind of a stupid thing to talk about on tweet. And if you tweet something like this, you should expect to get harassed. I'm just going to be honest.
Especially with the history that's already known to the public.
And I don't want to hear otherwise because John Jones is one of those people where it's very okay to criticize his past. Because we know. But he did post today that to the trolls, they win, or the Bones haters, that they win because his fiance that he's been engaged to since, like, I think Benson Henderson was champion or something like that. His longtime fiance that let's just say they've had some domestic issues, if you will, has left him. And Colby Covington Colby Covington has some words to say about this one, Blake, because I'm a quote him exactly. So Colby Covington quote tweeted that, and he hit him with tremendous news. Guess you finally knocked some sense into her. And then he wanted to tag the wrong Johnny Bones, some random dude on Twitter, with a little Leonardo DiCaprio gif to go along with it. How would you rate this, Blake, in terms of savageness? Where we getting 1 through 10?
Yeah, that's a number 11 right there. That's crazy. And then I also saw, I think it might have been MMA, the fake one, like MMA.
Oh, FMMA?
Press or some shit.
Yeah.
They were like, Johnny Jones looking for a new sparring partner after fiance leaves him. Something like that. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
Dude, get nay-nayed.
Oh, there we go, get nay-nayed. Oh, that is... Oh, these jokes really write themselves.
Yeah, it's bad. Almost feel bad for laughing, but then I remember he hit his fiance in the face with his closed fist. So
multiple times.
Can't feel too bad.
Obviously, it's a tough situation because at the end of the day, I hope he truly gets the help he needs because he's not right and he needs to be fixed, essentially. At the end of the day, no one should be doing the actions that John Jones has. There's no excuse for them. So we can make all these jokes, but at the same time, if you're going to make a joke, I'm going to make jokes and laugh about these, but at the same time, I'm going to hope that he gets the help he needs because man, he's just not in a great spot.
Nope.
Definitely, he'll always be one of the biggest what ifs in MMA history.
Yeah, if he could have kept clean and on the straight and narrow, who knows what his career could have looked like. I mean, dude could have already had like 40 straight wins by now. Who knows?
At light heavyweight and heavyweight.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have actually had a heavyweight fight by now.
And now you kind of get a glimpse as to why it hasn't been getting scheduled.
Yeah, dude, it's a horrible situation for all aspects. But on that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up for UFC Talk 79. Of course, we went over everything you need to know about UFC Vegas 48. Take a look at UFC Vegas 49 and also talking about potential Geneva Convention I guess, infractions that Bare Knuckle FC is going to attempt to do. But, Blake, your thoughts on UFC Vegas 48 in one word or phrase? Another weekend, another unprepared
What's
Blake.
that word? What's that one song, dude?
There's a lot of songs, Blake. I don't know. That's a horrible question.
It's by Tom Petty.
Won't Back Down?
It's called Free Fallin'.
Ah, that one too.
'Cause I'm free fallin'. That's what Johnny Walker was doing.
Ooh. And you want to put Beniz up there too?
Yeah, he could be up there too. He was free
up there. Yeah. Just like their rankings apparently too. But thank you guys so much. Of course, follow us over on the socials. Check out everything at thefourthlong.com. Stay up to date with all my fight news, and go check out Gendo of at Uncaged Media as well. And also another shout to the guy that we've been talking that kind of brought this idea up about, Francis Ngannou Bare Knuckle FC. Greg from the And Then Some podcast. Go follow them on Twitter as well, because great follow, funny guys. I love them both. Also, just while we're here, shout out to Slip the Jab. Shout out to Unmatched MMA as well, all the bros, all the boys. Shout out to the commission, because they are all the best. And also shout out to our Patreon supporters, because like I said, for just $1 a month you can become a very important Patreon supporter. That's at the patreon.com/fourthlong. Get a bunch of goodies, $1, $5, $10, or we're also taking increments for sponsorships for my fight as well. And Blake and I went over with my manager. We are only taking it in increments of in Bitcoin, all right. But those are Bitcoin payments that correlate to 69 USD or 420 USD. So those are the numbers we're working with. I know we're very mature here, I promise you. Huge shout out to Ray Rodriguez for all your card collecting needs. Going over to Instagram and follow at the Big Bat Box. And also stay tuned here for Friday when Card Stonks episode 6 drops. We're giving you 2 huge names of guys that you need to heavily invest in this NFL offseason. Shout out to Ryan Watson and Neil Wiley. But Blake, any last words before we get to Bobby Green versus Islam Handkerchief?
Hood style. Let's see it get done this weekend.
Dude, Hood style is going to get it done. We'll see after that fight, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one.